To be honest, this patch is like, I'm not saying that like I'm gonna quit, but like I'm definitely having less fun on this patch than before. The vibe that I'm getting is Riot wants the direction of the game to go away from like low counterplay because the damage is too high. They want more, like the intention is damage is too high, giving you more counterplay options because the damage will be lower, so you have more time to outplay a situation. You have, you know, less just like getting two-shot, no ults involved, something like that. I think by the process of doing that, they've introduced problem with a game with a little bit like a slower game and less burst damage. The problem with that that I'm starting to see a little bit is there's less of a window to punish mistakes. People can get away with making a lot of mistakes and you can't punish because there is no kill window anymore. Like before, you see this small opening and you go for it because you know you can kill. Now, killing people is significantly harder to do. The game is like more strategic and less of like a punishing mistakes back and forth. I could see the game going in a weirder direction. Like 80 carries should feel a lot better because of the durability patch, but right now I'm just feeling weird. Like I don't feel like the game is better personally. I feel like the game is different, but I'm not sure if the game is better. I'm gonna have to keep playing. You can still punish without getting the kill though, right? Damage still has meaning. A lot less. I think a mistake being punishable by death is only true at the highest level though. 99% of players never gonna step foot in a master tier plus game. So you're not gonna see it. Like you're not going to see the same openings as like, you know, the best players do. So I just think like the meta is gonna evolve and it's gonna trickle down, like top down, right? Like people are gonna play what's really broken. They're gonna climb solo queue, hit challenger. They're gonna play what's OP. I'm worried because all of the top tier champions in the game are skillless. You know, I'm not gonna pretend that like Janna has not always had an insane win rate, but like look at what is winning games. You know, like you can't argue with the fact that if you really want to win, you play this. Jungle has more skillful champions than most other roles, but I think the game is just getting warped a little bit. Like in my opinion, the game is good when Leona is good. The game is good when Alistar and Leona and Nautilus and Rel and Pyke and Thresh. Where's Thresh? Down here. The game is really good when these champs are good. Blitzcrank, you know, like fucking, like the game is good when like Kai'Sa and Draven and Xayah and Samira and Tristana and Lucian and fucking Vayne, like these champs are good. That's when the game is fun. I mean, if you think Leona is skillless, go play Leona right now. You're gonna run in, you're gonna do no damage to Seraphine, and you're just gonna get tickled to death. The least interactive metas is like Ardent Sensor meta. The least interactive meta is like everyone scaling meta. The least interactive meta is like top lane plays Tryndamere versus Jax, and the only thing that matters, who has the winning top laner in the split push. If you don't have the winning top laner, you can't play the game. You're getting fucking 1v5 by this split pushing fucking, you know, disgusting unkillable champion who's just a pestilence in your like on your map, just taking every turret, taking every jungle camp. That's when the game is really unfun. I've seen so many metas, and I know when I feel like I have a good gauge on like what a regular person enjoys in League, and I gotta say, like, we're all fucking cavemen. Like, we love fighting. Fighting is so fun. Play League to queue it up so we can get into crazy fights, maybe get some outplays, you know, have 10 deaths, have 15 kills. Okay, job done, dude. Just one Nexus explodes, we go next. That's like, that's fun. We're all fucking Neanderthals, man. We just want to see blood. Dying in 0.6 seconds is not fighting. That is true. I think the intention of this patch, good. Man, I'm happy that they're thinking about it. Like I said, I'm not trying to get the verdict out after playing for like a day and a half. I don't think that my opinion on this patch is going to be like, it's not set in stone. Just my initial impressions, my first thoughts is the game feels less skillful than it did before. And I think like having windows to kill people go away makes the game less skillful. This meta doesn't lend itself towards fun. Fun is totally subjective though, you know, maybe you love that. Maybe you love like the slow paced game. Maybe you love like the two kite comps outranging each other and the like, you know, careful, strategic, like back and forth, giving up space. You know, it's definitely a different pace of League. It's definitely a different style of League. I feel personally like the best version of League is Ooga Booga. You know, I think the best version of League is like Kennon's looking for the flank, Leona's looking for the engage up front, like Leona and Nautilus like squaring off, like every single bush is dangerous. That to me, like that's like League at its best, because everybody on the team, everybody has agency, everybody has like some role to play at all points in the game. You're not confined to just kind of like playing safe and kiting. What does everyone else think about this shit? Let's see. Is there any Reddit post about this? I just want to know what other people think. The Doublelifts Opinion on 12.10. Let's see. I'm so curious.
So now I'm gonna say something that low elo people, they will disagree with. But assassins, the assassins before this patch, okay, before 12.10, in 12.9,
he's gonna say that assassins were horrible, and he's not wrong. The only real assassins being played was like Akali and Ahri, but Ahri's not, you know, Ahri's like iffy on whether she's an assassin. She's like a mage as well.
Assassins was like the second worst role in the game. Like, you know, role of champions? There's tanks, bruisers, mages, assassins, enchanters. Assassins were like the second worst. And bruisers and AD carries were like top 2. No, but like, who thought assassins were strong? Like, really? Really? Assassins? And then the patch comes out, and assassins gets turbo nerfed without getting compensation for it. So anyone who picks assassin, for example Kiana that game, is solo losing his team the game. Like, he's probably the best player on the server, but he's playing like, you cannot play Kiana, man. I think this is what's really hard, right? Like, our truth, like what is true for us is not true for every player. Like maybe in silver, which is like, I don't want to gatekeep what people think about the game. Like I don't want to like tell you like, no, your opinion's just like wrong, because I think like I don't have that much experience playing in silver and gold, and maybe in like the overall majority of the players, right? Like I don't have a job unless League is popular, so I want the game to be popular for the wide audience. Maybe for the wide audience, Zed and Talon and Kiana were just like way too overpowered. You know, they're so OP, and it's so frustrating to play against them every game, and people are just like, man, this fucking sucks, man. I just died in 1 second. It feels like there's no counterplay. I'm sure that Riot looked at the experience of the average player and said like, yo, this fucking sucks. Like these guys, like they're having a terrible experience. Assassins are actually so broken. You know, me and the Bows, I agree with this take. Actually, like I fully agree with this take. I think from my perspective, assassins sucked. They're horrible. You know, if I had to pick between a Veigar and a Zed on my team, I'm picking Veigar every single fucking time. If I have to pick between a Sylas or a Kiana, I'm picking the Bruiser, right? I'm picking Sylas. I'm not picking the assassin. I feel like, you know, if I had to pick between Ahri and Fizz, I'm picking fucking Ahri every single time. So it just doesn't feel like easy to balance a game when you have 2 or maybe even 10 totally different skill level players, and everyone is having a different experience with the game. I think Kiana was fine. I really think Kiana was fine. Early champs snowballed the game beyond all hope and made the game miserable. The real question I have for you is like, would you rather be losing the game against a Yuumi or against the Nautilus? I would so much rather be losing the game against the Nautilus, right? Like yes, he has a point and click ulti, but Nautilus can throw. Nautilus can hook in at a bad time. Nautilus can miss his hook. You know, Nautilus is not as one-dimensionally just like I give you stats as Yuumi is, and I think the game's going in the wrong direction. The fact of the matter is like I like hate to fucking be like so negative about it, but like if you're getting stomped, then you're getting stomped. I mean, like there's not much you're gonna be able to do about it, right? Like if you're getting stomped, if you're getting outplayed, if you're getting fucked, then you're getting fucked. You know, I feel like that's completely almost irrelevant to the champs that were being played before. Although I guess now that I think about it, now that I think about what I just said, maybe I'm wrong, because it's easier for Nautilus to kill you in lane than a Yuumi. I think the payoff of Yuumi being ahead is just like way worse for you know, being on the receiving end of like playing against Yuumi is worse. So yeah, maybe the champions do actually go hand in hand actually with snowballing. But yeah, I guess my point still stands though, that you will still have miserable games that feel unplayable for you, where one team gets ahead, and the thing is, those experiences are going to be even worse
even harder for you, because it feels like to me, if they just implemented the tower change where towers just like hit hard as a truck right now. I don't know if you guys have seen all the videos. It's crazy. Towers hit so hard now. If they just implemented that change, that would have shaken up the game enough. Like that would have been like, whoa, holy shit. Towers gotten turbo buffed. You like diving is harder, you know. This is different. Snowballing is not as easy anymore. And if they did that, that would have been already a pretty big step. I enjoy not dying from getting hit with a single Nautilus hook at full life in lane. So like, what do you think should happen if you do get hooked by Nautilus or Thresh or Blitzcrank? In my opinion, you should die, and you actually shouldn't die to Nautilus hook early. Yeah, you actually shouldn't. You should be able to flash. But like, if you get hooked with no outs, you should die. Not IRL, guys. Just in game. You should die in a single hook. Yeah, you should. That's League. The game was always like that, actually. Always. Since literally season 4. Since actually like probably season 3 with Thresh. If you get hooked in lane, you die. Always like that. Go back and look at VODs in season 3 of Thresh. And if he hits the hook, you die. I don't know. I'm on the fence about all this stuff. Does anyone have any other clips of other streamers talking about the patch? I appreciated the Baus perspective. No way. It's a level 5 Gragas and an Ivern with no items against Merktread's Rumble. There's no way he's blaming the patch for this. It's a level 5 Gragas support versus level 8. This is...
They nerf Ivern's actual damage?
Okay, this is the worst clip to...
Wait, I don't think they nerfed... I thought they just nerfed his... Oh, but everybody else is more durable. This feels terrible, by the way. Horrible.
I don't know if this is the best clip for... I mean, I agree that it doesn't feel good, but like, this is not the best clip to say like, oh my god, the durability patch was a failure. This is really a bad clip to show for that. They're literally out-leveled so hard, and he has rushed Merktreads, and they're pure magic damage, so... I think he lives regardless of the patch. Like that same thing would happen in the previous patch. Okay, what's another streamer, guys? Who's another 12.10 streamer? He said Ivern used to have great early damage and now he's useless. Oh shit. I don't know anything about Agarin. How about Nemesis 12.10? Nemesis shows the power of 80 carries. So he's playing Vayne, right? Oh my god, Vayne must be so good at this point. 3 items. Like, he's just gonna fucking melt people. Oh my god. Penta! Oh, you should have flashed that. Doesn't matter. Kill him. No, Nemesis. Don't let him get away, buddy. Oh, nice. Penta. He doesn't even have to flash.
Boom. Ghost is so OP.
Oh, Ghost was really strong there. Vayne is literally the exact same as before, right? It just takes X number of auto attacks to die.
Look at the logs. Look at it. Lux full HP. I'm 3 level above Lux.
Who is this?
He's level 6. I'm level 9 with first strike. I Q hit the Q. Hit the Lux. I R the Lux. I land the Q on the Lux, and she doesn't die. With first, keep in mind, this is with first strike with 3 level up. Not electric Q, not with first strike, 3 level up, bro. Everything landed. That's literally a clean one shot like patch before. It's not even close.
Is
not
it?
Electric Q, not with first strike.
Is it Guardian or what?
Deluxe?
No, it's not Guardian.
That's literally a clean one shot like patch before. It's not even close. It's not even close. Look. Q hits right here. R hits. Q hits. And I had to go for one more auto for the kill.
I'm just gonna keep playing. And we'll see. I agree with that guy. I don't know who he is, but I agree that that's not how the game should be. Piano players and they have to auto. I mean, he's right. He's 3 levels ahead. He should have to auto if the Lux is level 9, but if he's level 9, the Lux doesn't die. I agree with him I think it's crazy that Lux doesn't instantly die no auto, because if Lux is level 7 to 9 there instead of 6, or if he's level 9 to 9 and it's a mid Lux, then she just never dies. Like you shouldn't actually have to use every single ability to kill someone 3 levels down. That doesn't make sense. It's really just about the concept, and I agree with him. The concept here, it's fucking weird. I'm worried the game will be more like WoW Arena when the meta gets too slow. What is Tankman saying? As a Janna main that isn't that good, I'm glad I get to play the game again. Jesus. The Tankman memeing my chat. That's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.